Tori and I'm a Winnie the Pooh collector from the UK, and we haven't done one of these for a while, and these are one of my favourite type of videos to film, so I thought we could do a little run through of all of the recent pre-loved finds that I have got. I think these are mainly all car boot sale finds. I have also got a couple of Vinted finds in there as well. I have also had a couple of other Vinted finds that I won't be including in this video because I don't really think they're classed as pre-loved. I am trying to complete some of my Loungefly mystery pin sets and I've been finding some of them on Vinted, so I don't really think a Loungefly pin is classed as pre-loved. So we're not including them in these videos, but I have got the unboxings for them on my shorts tab if you fancy a little watch of them. But anyway, I think without further ado, because we have got quite a bundle to go through, let's get on with the video. Okay, I think we are going to run through it in pretty much the order I've got it on the floor next to me. Ornaments, Plush, then the miscellaneous section. I got these two Royal Doulton figures literally a couple of weeks ago from a boot sale. The stall had so many Royal Doulton Winnie the Pooh figures. I think my short video that's going up tomorrow, I think that is my vlog of the car boot sale, I think. If not, it might already be up on my shorts page. You'll see this table in that video. They had so many to choose from. It was very tempting to get all of them, but they were quite pricey. He had already got all the prices on them. I think these two he had for £5 each, but I got him to do two for £8, so it works out at £4 each. First one is this classic Pooh on an armchair, and I found it funny my nails match perfectly to this. I just thought he was just so cute just on his little armchair. And then the second one is again a classic Pooh, and he is just standing on some grass holding some honey pots. And they both have got their Royal Doulton information on the bottom of them. There was a couple of ornaments with Pooh Bear and Christopher Robin on, which I was very tempted by because I have hardly anything of Christopher Robin in my collection. But because those were slightly bigger and because they were like two characters in one figure, they were a bit more pricey. I think the cheapest Christopher Robin figure was £15 and then there was like a £20 one. So I gave myself the option of either I could just buy one figure with Christopher Robin, I could get those two, so I opted for getting the two. Now these next two I don't know too much about because they haven't got much information to work on the bottom of them. It just has copyright Disney and then made in China on them, so I don't know what like designer they're from, what collection they're from. I know literally nothing about them, but they are very cute. These my mum found in a, I can't remember, was it a charity shop or a car boot sale? Might have been a car boot sale, I think. I think she might have went to one when I was at work one day. But here is the Pooh Bear. How cute is he? I love the sort of artwork of these style ones. As I said, I know absolutely nothing about them, but I just thought they were so cute. And there's the Eeyore as well. Mum didn't tell me how much she picked these up for, but I think she said she did get quite a bargain on them. Those are all of the ornaments, so now let's move on to the plushies. Actually, no, scrap that. We're going to save plushies till the end because there are two particular plushies I want to save right till the end because I can't believe I have them. So we're saving them till the end. So let's go into the miscellaneous section next. And let me tell you, it doesn't get more miscellaneous than this item. So I got this for, I think it was like £1 or £1.50 or £2, something like that. And it's just this like little chest of drawers, and it's got like Sleepy Pooh all over it. Very cute. I thought I could use it just to store like some bracelets and necklaces and that sort of thing. But what I mean by it doesn't come more miscellaneous than this, it was very random. I picked it up, it was on the floor, picked it up, and it was very heavy, and I think the lady must have heard me comment on how heavy it was, and she went, oh yeah, the drawers are full of stuff that I couldn't be bothered to empty out. So, and then yeah, I opened the drawers and it was full of nuts and bolts and screws and literally like a random drawer of things you'd keep in your shed. She was keeping in here, and she didn't want to empty it out before taking it to the car boot sale. They all came in included in the cost. So when I said, oh, I'll take it, she went, oh, you can take everything inside it if you want, because I was just going to throw it in the bin, or you can empty the drawers and just empty it on to her stall. And I was like, no, I'll take it all. So when I came home, I gave it to Dad and I was like, help yourself out of anything you want from there, because I technically got all that stuff free. So he just emptied it all into a big bowl and took it into the garage, and he was like, he'll sort it out, because they're all stuff that you could like make use of, just like those little odd bits and bobs that could fix something or do something with. So yeah, it was very random, but I got a little Pooh Bear chest of drawers out of it. This one we'll actually have to come back to for reference on that last item that we said we'd do last, because it kind of, for the story, I need to connect them together. But this rounds up our miscellaneous section. So it's obviously this little Valentine's set. I'll just open it up to show you. It also links quite in well with the next plush category, because it has got a plush in it as well. It's just a little gift set of a mug and plush. How cute is the mug? Look at the handle. It's a bunch of roses. That is so beautiful. And then the mug has a 3D Pooh holding a rose. Same design on the back. Got this beautiful little base to it. I absolutely love that. And then it comes with a small plush of Pooh Bear holding a little heart. How cute is that? Why can't shops do this sort of Valentine's stuff nowadays? That is so cute. Okay, I'll put this to the side because we'll need to draw back to it at the end. It will make sense when we get to that. Another find that my mum got for me. She got this on the same day that she got those two ornaments. I'm pretty sure it was a car boot sale. I think this little angel plushie. How cute is he? Most of the time on Pooh Bear plushies, his face detailings are in black embroidery, as you can tell from the gang here, but his face is with the brown embroidery, and I just think when they do Pooh Bear with brown, it's just so cute. I don't know why, it's just a little different touch that I absolutely love. Then he's got like his little trumpet, his little fluffy coat, his halo, his really fluffy wings, and then obviously all the little white tags that tell you what he is. And in case we couldn't guess, he is called Angel Pooh. I'm pretty sure my mum got these from a car boot sale. I'm pretty sure. And the next few items will be those couple of Vinted finds that I told you about. I can't remember how much I paid for them, so let me just load up my Vinted and we can have a check, because it should still be like on my order history. Okay, Painter and Decorator Pooh I got for £3, and then it was £3.54 with the buy protection fee, and then postage was about £2. How cute is he? He's got his little bucket of paint, his paintbrush, lots of paint splodges all over his overalls, and he's got this tag which I haven't seen on many of my Pooh Bears, but it says that it is a Disney Store exclusive certificate of authenticity, limited edition, number 552 of 2000, and he is from 2008. That's what that little tag says. And also back in 2008 he would have cost you £7. What can you get from the Disney Store for £7 nowadays? How cute is he? Next we have Penguin Pooh. Let me double check his price again, and I have also got a bit of a story for this one. Oh, I'm loading up Duolingo. That's the wrong app. Vinted. There we go. Where are we? My orders, brought, completed. Penguin Pooh. Oh, I can see the subtotals. So Painter Pooh was £3, then buy protection fee, and then postage and all that. So for altogether I paid £5.83 for Painter Pooh. And Penguin Pooh altogether was £11.33. For just the plush he was £8, then £8.94 with buy protection, and then the postage takes us up to £11.33. Also, it's always the way, isn't it? But what was a little bit annoying, after I brought it, after the buyer had sent it, another one of these came up on my Vinted with the tag and everything, perfect condition, for £3, and I just brought this one for £8. It's always the way it works, isn't it? But you know, one of those things, I couldn't do too much about it now, but I was just very happy to have found a Penguin Pooh, because I think it was either last year or the year before, I ordered a bundle of plush off of Vinted. I got 3 from one seller, so she did a bundle deal for me, and then when I went to my local co-op, which is my parcel collection point, and I picked up the parcel, I got in the car, I noticed there was a hole in the packaging about like that big, and I quickly opened it up to check everything was okay, and there was only 2 plushies in there, and I was missing the Penguin Pooh. So got home, messaged the seller, sent her pictures and everything, and like told her what, like, you know, this is how I found it, one's missing. She was so lovely. She opened the case with Vinted and dealt with it all with Vinted for me, and she said the way Vinted wanted to resolve it was for me to send her back the 2 I had received, and then we'd both get our money back. But she said she was trying to have a sort out. She was trying to, I think she was moving house or something, so she just wanted things gone. So although she was going to lose out on money for it, she told Vinted just to refund me money and let me keep the items. So I was able to keep the 2 that did arrive, and I got a full refund, and I told her how grateful I was that she did that, because that is just so nice. And then I've spent all that time trying to find a penguin Pooh, and I finally have it. I think I remember now, it was before last June I went to London Zoo, so I was on a mission to try and find as many Pooh Bear dressed as animals as I could that would match up with animals at the zoo, and obviously penguins. So I didn't get to have a picture of Penguin Pooh with the penguins, but now I have this one. I guess it just means another trip to the zoo soon. Right, now on to the grand finale. When I tell you I cannot believe I have these in my collection, I have had these for about 3 to 4 weeks now, and I still can't believe I have them. I don't think I'll ever believe I have them. I have seen them in person before, but only in the Pooh Corner museum. They've got them behind glass in their museum, and I quite often talk to the owner at Pooh Corner about like collections and things like that, and he has said they are so hard to get your hands on, and they are some of the rarest plush you can get in Winnie the Pooh. Now, it is originally meant to be a set of 4, but I have only got 2, so now I'm on the mission to find the last 2, which when you see what they are, you'll see I'm now on a very impossible mission. But I thought it was going to be impossible to get let alone 2 of these in my collection, so I guess nothing's impossible now. And that is Pooh and Piglet from the Beatles. These are from 1964, a very limited run by the Disney Store. Obviously there's Tigger and Eeyore to collect as well. I think it's Eeyore is playing the drums. I'm sorry, I don't know the names of the Beatles and who plays what instruments, so I don't know who is who, but I think it is Eeyore on the drums. I have never seen them for sale individually. Every time you see them online, people are selling the set of 4, which obviously makes sense. If you're going to collect these, something like the Beatles, you're going to need to collect the whole band. So I found it very interesting that this lady only had these 2. So, but you know, if you think about it, back in 1964, Disney would have made even numbers of these, you know, sets of 4. So, you know, they had complete sets of the band. So, technically speaking, there is going to be a Tigger and Eeyore somewhere around the world that is a bit surplus and needs to be reunited with their band, and I will find them. I will find them somehow. But yeah, as I said, I've never seen them for individual sale online, and when people are selling the sets of 4, they are averaging around at least £100 plus. Minimum I've seen them for is £100, so that works out for £25 a plush on average. And now you're probably asking yourself, Tori, what did you pay at a car boot sale for 2 very rare plush? I didn't spot these, it was my mum who spotted them, and we then made a beeline straight over to them, and we were picking them up, having a look, and we were like, these are going to be expensive. And so we asked the lady, how much for your Pooh Bear plushies? And she said, oh, they are quite rare, so I will be wanting quite a bit for them. And I'm there kind of bracing myself. I'm thinking she's going to be saying something like £15 or something like that, knowing how much they go for online in a set. I was thinking, if she knows they're rare, she's done her research. So I'm there trying to brace myself, thinking, okay, if they can go for like £25 individually, we're at a boot sale, maybe she'll knock a bit off of that. I'm thinking minimum 15 quid. This is like my process in my head. I'm thinking she's going to be wanting at least a minimum of 15 each. And I don't have that kind of change on me at a car boot sale. I've only got like pound coins and £5 at the most. And then she goes, would £3 each be okay? I'm like, would that be okay? That'd be more than okay. £6 for the 2, absolutely. I was so shocked, but in a good way, because I was like, absolutely, I will take them. But this is not the end of the story. Next to them was this. We couldn't tell entirely what it was. We could just tell it was Pooh Bear. I've put the mug back in kind of wrong, but you could see it was Pooh Bear on the mug through this glass bit. And my mum is the better car boot sale lady. She's better at negotiating than I am. So my mum said, how much would you do for all of the Pooh items together? Because these were all the Pooh items she had on her stall. So mum said, how much would you do for them all together? Keep in mind, she said £3 each for these, so this is already £6. We've now thrown this into the deal. How much do you think she said for all of this? She said, ooh, I'll take a £5. £5. A mug, a plush, 2 very rare plush for £5. Absolutely. I had a £5 note in my purse, got it out, gave it to her, put these in my bag, and I was on my jolly way. I mean, the fact that she'd already said £3 each for these 2 means I pretty much got this for free. it was a good day. It was a good car boot sale day. So yeah, now I'm on the mission to try and find Tigger and Eeyore, and because they're very rare and because of their age, I mean they're from 1964, they're pretty rare, I want to find some Plush protective cases for them. I have got my Pineapple Pooh is in a protective case because he's quite rare, so I want to try and find some for these. I'm just currently debating whether to get ones for individual ones. The one that Pineapple Pooh is in is just enough to fit one plush in, or see if I could find like a kind of big square one so I could fit, once I get the others, fit all 4 in there together. What do you think? I mean, I think the logic thing to do for now would be like individual size cases, just so I could get these protected, and then when I do find Tigger and Eeyore, I can always upgrade them to a bigger case, and then those 2 cases I had these in, I could put something else in. I think logically that is the best thing to do. But yeah, I can't believe I have these. And that is all of my recent Winnie the Pooh finds, mainly all car boot sale, because you know me, I'm addicted to a car boot sale. Do let me know in the comment section down below what was your favourite find from this little haul, and if you enjoyed this video, please do pop that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more from what, do click subscribe down below, and while you're down there, don't forget to get a ding notification bell, and you might as well, you're already down there, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!